Hi Warwick, welcome to my weekly address. Biggest topic this week is the blizzard of 22. We came through it fine. It was a very challenging storm. It was the fourth highest snowfall in history in Rhode Island, but it was actually, it fell at a greater rate than it did any storm prior to that. I'm very proud of our DPW, from management down to the drivers and all the personnel that helped out. We had the school department, we had sewer, water, building maintenance, you name it, they were out there. Of course, the highway department, DPW. They managed the storm very well. It was a very difficult storm because everything we plowed initially came right back. But we kept at it, and amazingly, the next day the roads were open. We had some issues where we had to fix later, but that's what happens. I mean, we're still out fixing them. Sidewalks are always a challenge. We're looking into buying more equipment. We have an ordinance that requires property owners to clear the sidewalk in front of their homes and their businesses. Some do it, some don't. Enforcing that is nearly impossible. We couldn't go to a business and find them and make them do it. And then there could be a 75-year-old couple who don't have the means or the ability to move that snow. So we're working on that problem now. It's been a perpetual problem throughout the history of Warwick. But again, I asked people if they were willing to go down and bring some food or drinks to the DPW workers, and it was overwhelming response. I mean, they stored up food, and it really touched the workers. It really motivated them. So Warwick came through the storm great. I've been to some surrounding communities, and we did a much better job than they did, and they actually did a very good job too, considering what we were up against. So we'll be ready for the next storm. We're reassessing our response, which I think was mostly great, and we're ready if it happens. Hopefully spring's right around the corner, it doesn't happen. We're looking at maybe tomorrow could be a much more minor storm, but we're not sure. It's going to be a mixed bag, and there's potential for ice tomorrow. So be careful out there. We'll be out salting and sanding, but be careful on your commute to work tomorrow and throughout the day. We've received another supply of COVID test kits from the state. We have thousands of them. They're located at the Senior Center, near Pilgrim High School, and at the library, the Central Library on Sandy Lane. They're targeted for 55 and older groups, but if you need one, go ahead and get one. We're going to give them to whoever needs them. Library is the best bet because they have evening hours and they open on the weekends. If the Senior Center is closer, go ahead there and we'd be happy to accommodate you. When I ran for mayor, and since I've been mayor, one of the hottest issues with residents are traffic control. The speeding and the disregard for traffic signals and speeding through neighborhoods. I told the police department about it, we've discussed it, we've come up with a strategy, and we've stepped up our enforcement. We can't be everywhere, but we're getting into the neighborhoods, we're getting out to the main roads. We've really increased the amount of tickets we give out. We just had an operation on Airport Road that I'm sure you heard about. There were 68 tickets given out, mostly for speeding, but some were for not wearing seatbelts, some were for using devices while they were driving, things of that nature. The police are going to keep doing this. They're going to target places. You never know where they're going to be. They're stepping it up more and more. We're going to get traffic under control as best as we can. We're going to get into the neighborhoods too. The cut-through neighborhoods where people just speed and disregard the stop signs. So it's going to be difficult to get under control, but the police are working on it, and eventually it will, because once everyone gets a ticket, they're going to be a little leery to speed again. It's February, so it's time for us to start thinking about the budget. A part of the budget this year is going to be the ARPA funds, the American Rescue Funds that we receive because of COVID from the federal government. We received around $39 million last year. We put $10 million into the budget. We targeted that for sewer and water infrastructure. That leaves us $29 million. We're going to put that into the budget this year, but not to be used that way. We have a capital assessment coming up from all department directors. We're going to assess the needs for the city, not just the current needs, but into the future. Things that we won't have to take out of the budget or get bonds for. We have some things like the police station really needs updating, the security, the actual structure. It was built in 1974. law enforcement has changed with the technology and the way we do things. We need to upgrade the building. So that's one of the things we're looking at. We have a DPW garage that has some structural deficiencies and needs a roof. Some equipment that, like trying to do the sidewalks after the snowstorms. We're putting all this together. It's going to serve as a blueprint for how we use the ARPA funds. I've designated $1.8 million just as City Council. We have 9 wards, and each councilman will have a $200,000 budget to go into the wards, talk to neighborhood organizations, little leagues, and things like that. And we're going to look at fixing the playgrounds, replacing park benches that have been broken for a little while. The little things that add up to it. It's never into the budget. It's a great way to get the money out into the community and get community input from that. So as I said, we have many needs in the city. We're going to assess it. We're going to spend that money in a responsible way, and it's going to be to help the future of Warwick. It's going to be to fix things we're not going to be able to fix in the future. When I became mayor, I promised that we would show you how the city runs, how government works. We had a couple of very successful videos for sanitation and recycling. It was very well received. My media coordinator, Liz, is working on more videos for more departments. In addition, she's going to have probably a monthly spotlight on the animal shelter and how we can find these animals homes. I look forward to that. I look forward to all of the videos, and I look forward to your response to them and what we can do to make them better. That's it for this week, Warwick. We'll see you next week. 3. Why am I starting to smile? There's no reason to smile. It's a miserable day out. 3, 2, 1. Hello, Warwick. Welcome to my... I almost said it. I had promised you from 3, 2, 1. When I became mayor, I promised you that I was going to show you how our government works. We had a very successful video about sanitation, recycling, and things of that nature. It was very well received. My media coordinator 3, 2, 1. What was I talking about? Until the next time, we'll see you. Good night. 1. That's it for this week, Warwick. Looking forward to the spring to get away from these storms. Golly gee. 3. That's it for this week, Warwick. Look forward to 3, 2, 1. Oh. 3, 2, 1. That'll do it for this 3, 2, 1. That's it for this week, Warwick. We'll see you next week. And that address and probably screw that all up.